What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to the FUT Champions Draft Challenge. I wanted to do this a few weeks ago, but Team of the Year got in the way, and so I'm going to be doing it from now on. So for the next sort of like week or so, depending on how long this challenge takes, there'll be no Draft to Glory. Basically, I want to compare over the course of 30 draft games how much expense it costs me to enter the drafts that require 30 games, and then how much rewards I get compared to average finishes in FUT Champs. Basically, for my skill level, which is generally an Elite player, Elite 2 a lot of times, Elite 3 a lot of times, and a few Gold ones, and I'm a Division 1 player in FUT Champs, I want to see, like, after 30 games, that might be 8 drafts, that might be 10 drafts, that might even be 15 drafts if I lose a couple in first and second round. I want to see, let's say it's 10 drafts, right? That's 150,000 coins entry. I want to basically get the total number of packs that I got, what packs they were, and the value of those, deduct the total entry costs, and see what I'm left with at the end, and compare that to where I would have to finish in FUT Champs to get that. Obviously, in FUT Champs, you get the added benefit every week, or, well, within this 30-game period of getting red player picks. So we'll try and factor that into the equation somewhere later down the line. This isn't 30 draft entries, for what it's worth. It is 30 games in draft. I basically want to simulate how much you get out of playing 30 games of draft versus how much you get out of playing 30 games of champs at the core of it. So for tomorrow's episode, or Saturday or Sunday's episode, and obviously the more you guys like the video, the quicker I'll release these episodes. For tomorrow's episode, I will start with a screen that shows total entries, rounds finished, packs and coins earned. Not coins earned, actually, because we don't accumulate that. We don't consider that in FUT Champs. So basically packs earned, pack worth, and then we'll have a little bar as to where you would have to finish in FUT Champs to go here, and we'll have an overall total record. So in 30 games of draft, I might finish 27-3, I might finish 22-8, and I just want to give it like a fun experiment, basically, as to what's better. Now, of course, in FUT Champs, you get to use your own team, which is way better than using the draft team. But with that being said, guys, obviously drafting the team and doing the best we can is very important. It does matter. I'm going to go for the 4-3-2-1. I do like that formation. Yeah, it is important and it does matter. However, oh, God. I guess I'm not getting Ronaldo then. I'm going to take... No, I'm going to take Bale and hope that we get Ronaldo and miss out on Mbappe. So yeah, basically, it genuinely doesn't matter where we finish. I will open the packs as we go. However, ooh, Mariano, very nice. I will open the packs as we go. However, that's why at the start of every video, we'll keep like a tally of everything that we packed. It doesn't matter what we get in the packs or how much profit we make out of it. It matters the value of what we get. So if you guys think that this would be a cool experiment, or if you have any questions or queries about the experiment, of course, let me know in the comment section below. I'm going to go for Martial here, because Mariano already has full chemistry, and he has a very good chem style as well for the card that he has. And Martial and Bale both have hunters, so getting a hunter chemistry style on Anthony Martial is actually really, really nice. Of course, if we get Kante, Pogba, Kondogbia, something along those lines, we can't, no worries. That would have been nice. I might go Manu Trigueros. Yeah, I think I will. I think I'll go Manu Trigueros. Quite a good card. It doesn't look like we're going to get a high-rated draft here, guys. It's been a pretty slow start, and it's going to continue to be a pretty slow start. Saul, strong links to Trigueros, soft links to Bale. Bale already has chemistry, though, so I'm going to take Christian Eriksen, another hunter chem style, and that will get Anthony Martial up to 6 chemistry no matter what. And then our final midfield pick, oh my God, EA, come on, man. Like, where are my big cards? Hey, this experiment's going to be a bad start, let's say that. Santi Cazorla, perfect links to Trigueros. We'll take him just off the back of that. This is not a good team so far. Usually I start really strong with attackers and go into terrible defenders. I was hoping that we'd start with average attackers and go into really good defenders, but it doesn't seem to be the case because these defenders aren't very good. I'm actually going to take Grimaldo. I know Chilwell makes a little bit of sense there. No, let's take Chilwell. Let's go for Premier League here. Obviously, a Davinson Sanchez or something here would be fantastic. Just good defenders would be nice, EA. PK's not what I want, but Socrates doesn't help really, and PK doesn't help really either. Pepe, Koulibaly. I'm going to take PK. We'll pop him into that right centre-back slot and see what we go with from there. And we'll also take Nacho as well, and that really does help. This is a really bad team for what it's worth, guys. This is a really bad team. I'm struggling to get any kind of player here. Let's take Nathaniel Klein. I'm really struggling. This as my best first 10 players is shocking. David De Gea would be much, much appreciated here. I mean, we did get one. We will take him. This is bad. I'm going to struggle to get places in the draft with this experiment if I can't at least get some Team of the Year and high-end players, some icons and the likes. If I continue to get players like this, it's going to be tough. I'm going to take Saul here because he's way better than Santi Cazorla. I know I lose some chemistry there, but I think in the long run, it's actually going to be a better set. What? Come on, EA, man, please. I'll take Van Aanholt and pop him in that left-back role instead of Chilwell. This has got to be one of the worst drafts I've had for a long time. Mane, Rose. Danny Rose would be kind of helpful because he would get 10 chem. I don't really want to go for a third Premier League left-back, but because it boosts my chemistry, I've got to. I just want a good card, EA. I don't know how to handle this. I don't know how to handle getting nothing good. I'm going to take Nainggolan because I need a good midfielder to sub on. This, honestly, guys, have you seen anything like this before? Look, another... Ooh, there we go. We finally get someone good. Marcelo, get in there, son. We'll pop him in, swap those around. That puts us up to 90 chemistry. Team of the Year Marcelo, I don't even care what else was there. Team of the Year Marcelo is a must-have for me. Oh, God. At least we've got a couple of okay cards. With a draft like this, guys, if I'm being perfectly honest, I would be happy to make it to the second round. The semi-final would be a blessing. Oh God, I shouldn't have taken Gabriel Paulista there. But Carvajal's in. Very nice indeed. I can get 100 chemistry on this team now if I just put Santi in. We got up to 99 chem. It's not the worst team. De Gea, Carvajal, Marcelo are okay. PK and Nacho are okay. Ericsson's okay. Bale and Martial are okay. The problem is it's just an okay team, right? When I come up against somebody that is going to have an insane team with Team of the Year Ronaldo and Team of the Year Messi and Team of the Year Mbappe and the likes, and I'm rocking up with Martial and Mariano, there's going to be some issues. There's going to be some problems. Finally, we get a top player. Neymar here is our first top-end player other than Marcelo. In terms of midfielders and attackers, that is a shocking draft. I'm going to take Asenjo. We're going to actually put him in because it will get... Oh, no, Nacho already has Chem. Much of a muchness. This draft is terrible, but this is going to be a really, really good kind of workflow to understand. Like, it would be boring if I went and got to the final of every draft. Like, playing 30 games of draft, no matter how they happen, no matter which way around they go, is the whole point. It is the literal point is just to see what you can get from 30 games of draft, no matter what round you finish in. So I don't want to make this series into a position where I'm like, oh, I have to get to a certain round every time. No, it is literally about what round do I go out in. I would be very surprised if I won the draft with this team. I'd be very surprised if I got to the semi-final with this team. But, guys, that is the team. We're now going to go and play the games. And episode 1 is going to be decided by one of the worst drafts you're going to see in a long time. It is still a 186. I probably could get it up to... I do want to take Nainggolan on the bench anyway. I could probably get it up to a 187, which is quite surprising. Yeah, it is a 187. I mean, that is relatively surprising because it is a terrible draft in general. Now, the beautiful thing is we have got Neymar to bring on. We have got Raja Nainggolan and Bakayoko to bring on for Trigueros and Santi Cazorla. And our defense isn't terrible, so hopefully we can make good use of this squad. That is the team. Let's get into the action. Okay, guys, into the gameplay we go, and the first opponent we come up against has got a 4-4-1-1 team. It's actually quite a nice team. Van Dijk, De Gea, obviously very, very good. Suarez and Costa, very nice. That Screamer Costa is very, very nice. And then also Rakitic in there. But Smalling, not so great. Carvajal, by the by, I think some people will enjoy Carvajal, but I don't personally think he's what we would consider a meta player. And of course, my team, although I've got a couple of nice players, in general, my team is super, super weak, especially at this stage in FIFA. However, I've been working hard on this new crossing mechanic, you know, using the back post cross, which I utilized a lot last year. And we managed to get Christian Eriksen, of all people, on to head that one. And then Gareth Bale with a right foot shot. Back to Eriksen again. Eriksen at the far post, this time with that 5-star weak foot volley into the back of the net. And then we eventually made it 3-0 into the second half. Mariano deep in the midfield there into Raja Nangolan. Nangolan to Gareth Bale. Some great work in the box from Gareth Bale. Drag back number 1, heel-to-heel flick into drag back number 2. He finesses that to the far post to go 3-0 up. And that is where this opponent decided to rage quit. And I'll be perfectly honest, guys. I've obviously played a lot of draft and just in general a lot of FIFA. And I'm fully aware that although the caliber of player in draft is a little lower than what it might be in FUT Rivals or FUT Champs, team can be massive in draft. And if you've got a team as weak as mine, even like a player that's quite a bit worse than me with a much, much better team, will just get all of the AI assistance needed from those stat boosts to just be able to create havoc and create drama. So we won 3-0 in round 1. We actually got a rage quit, which was very, very nice. Into round 2, however, guys, we come up against a really strong squad. Informed Pogba, Team of the Year De Bruyne, Paolo Maldini, Azpilicueta pretty good, Bale and Sané are great, Informed Salah and that Jordi Alba are great. He's got 2 weak players, Juan Fran in the centre mid. He actually subbed off the centre mid and I believe brought on Neymar very, very early on. Might have been Neymar, I can't remember exactly who it was. He ends up scoring the first goal to go 1-0 up after 10 minutes and then eventually scored the second goal as well. And this is one of the big frustrations in terms of FIFA gameplay. We get the ball there and then kind of get fouled, but the ball goes back to his Salah. We then intercept the ball and tackle him there and then there again. And then there you go, my David De Gea unable to save that one for 2-0. You guys just, you know what it's like, man. It's just tough. And that, again, is a lot of the difference with the team specifically. Having higher reactions on his attackers than I have on my defenders, having higher ball control on his attackers than I have on my defenders, means that every time the ball bounces loose, it favours him. He ends up going 3-1 up after I pulled one back with Mo Salah. Really nice finish, to be fair. I moved the goalkeeper trying to bait him, and it was a bad shot choice. I do pull it back to 3-2 and then eventually to 3-3 with a couple of banging Anthony Martial goals. Specifically, this one here is a really, really good finish. But I expended a lot of energy trying to get back into the game. After I went 3-1 down, I went into like high pressure, team pressing, and very attacking. And it caused me a lot of issues. And off the back of those issues came a low stam team. You can even see my PK, half stam. My Carvajal, less than half stam. And against his you know, high-end players, I was just not able to compete in the last stages of the game against quite a good player with a very good team. So you can see there by the match, that's quite an even game. But that, guys, is the end of the gameplay. Let's get into the packs. So, guys, the second round exit, it was always going to be really difficult with this team. You know, I feel like we kind of got a little bit unlucky in the draft here. No big attackers, really weak midfield, super slow centre-backs. Not the greatest substitutes, and as soon as I came up against like a beast team, which is what we came up in the semi-final, it was going to be a struggle. I did alright though. I went 3-1 down. I went all-out attack. I got back in at 3-3, but because I was playing high pressure to try and get the ball back and win it back quicker, it depleted the stamina of these players a lot. Like, you know, especially the likes of Martial and Trigueros and Cazorla. I did sub on Nainggolan and Bakayoko. But even Bakayoko, he was drained. 86 stamina, chasing around like a headless chicken. Carvajal was absolutely dead by the end of the game. Again, 86 stamina for a fullback, not necessarily ideal. And after I got back in at 3-3, the risk was always going to be, could I then get the goal to take the lead and potentially win the game? Or was all that energy wasted getting back into the game going to cost me late on? And sadly, it did cost me late on. He ended up scoring a couple of late goals and just completely put me to bed. However, for the sake of the series, I actually enjoy the fact that I lost here because, as I said to you guys at the start of the video when I was kind of explaining the series, if I just kind of like won every draft or got to the final in every draft, it would kind of give a inaccurate representation of what you guys could potentially get out of draft versus what you guys could potentially get out of FUT Champs. So 2 games in so far, there will be banners and such made for the video, but 2 games in and we're going to get ourselves... So far, what are the rewards? A premium gold pack, a gold pack, and a silver players pack. So obviously that's a 7,500 coin pack. The gold pack is a 5k pack, and the silver players pack, I don't know what that is. Is that like a... Isn't that a 5k pack as well, actually? And then the premium silver players pack is like an 8,500 coin pack. I'll go and find out exactly what a silver players pack value is. But that's what we get. Now, as I said to you in the start, guys, it actually doesn't matter what we get out of the rewards. This isn't about what you get out of the rewards. It's about how much you get, how many rewards you get. You know, it's about how many coins per 15k you make versus the same time played against in FUT Champs. So today's episode has taken us through 2 games. So we've got 28 more games of this to go. Now, obviously, if I can make profit along the way, happy days. And Argentinian League silvers could be worth a bit. So this guy's actually a couple of thousand coins, which is really nice. That will go a long way to making some money back. We got some MLS players and such as well. This guy's also about maybe 600 coins. So you know what? And this is why I love the silver player packs, man. You can actually just generate good coins from silver packs. That guy's not worth anything at this moment in time. The German probably not either, although apparently so. Another 700 coins there. He's a German 2 player as well. I don't know why he's worth so much. The English League 2 player, not worth anything. The MLS player could be worth a bit. Maybe 500 coins. I'll definitely list him up. We'll get some coins back from him if possible. Switzerland player or the Swiss player, I don't think he's worth anything. 700 there. Okay, so another 500 coins there. That's actually really, really good. Typically, I don't sell silvers unless they're worth 1,000 or more. But when from a really weird league, they're worth, that's another 1,000 coin player. We're actually going to make a crap ton of coins back just from this silver players pack, which is fantastic. Japanese player, not really worth all that much, 600 not selling, and then another Swiss league player not worth anything. So we'll send those guys into the club and sell those on at a later date. Then a gold pack, guys. Of course, these packs are generally quite bad. You know, if you even get a shiny player, let alone a board, you're in great shape. And we do get a shiny player. It is going to be Lasagna. Obviously, I had a FUT swap card last month. Not one that I particularly went for myself. But Lasagna, Howardez, is he worth a bit? Maybe 1,000, no, maybe not 1,000 coins. Maybe I'm trying to kid myself there. A few other things here, and then a Romero there, who's 3,700 coins. So one more time, I'm going to go and sell the duplicate Romero that I have as well. One more time, we get ourselves an absolutely massive stroke of luck, and hilariously, in spite of how bad the packs were, and then the fact that we went out in the second round, hilariously, we're actually going to make profit out of this draft, which I find to be remarkable. With the silvers that we sold and with the Romero going as well, yeah, we're going to make some pretty good coins. And then another 1,000 coins, 1,200 coins on Schneiderlin. Dan there, another 1,000 coins. Jesus, man. Everything's just come up massive in this reward set. Obviously, the squad fitness, I think they're about 1,000 at the moment. Yeah, they're back up to like 11, 1,200. I'm going to keep hold of that for now. And a Hawk Chem style's not too bad either. Another 500 coins. I tell you something, guys. For a second round exit, that is some exceptional packs. We did make some profit here. Not that it matters, as I said. It's more about the old FUT Champs 30 games kind of thing. So Romero's sold, so that's 3,700. We'll get almost 2,000 for him, 2.5, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5 there as well. So Dan actually sold. So with Romero, we'll get well over 10,000. Yeah, we will at least break even here, which is great. So after 2 games, guys, we're 1-1, 2 games in. Obviously spent 15,000 coins. We probably barely got more than 15,000 coins back. The next episode will be tomorrow, but it will be with the FUT Future Stars cards. I'm excited to get involved with them, use them and play with them. If you guys think that this is a cool concept for a series, we could do it more and more and more, cool things like this. But guys, drop a thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.